you have neck pain, join the club. Most of us do to some degree because of the way that we live our lives, right? We're looking down at our smartphones, we're sitting at our desks, working at our computers, or, we're just completely chilling and, creating a lot of tension at the base of our skull and our neck. Neck tension is common in almost everyone. And the problem with it is that once those muscles decide to create muscle tension and hold that tension, it typically wants to hold on for good. We also get neck tension from just being stressed out. This is an area that our body wants to protect, tend to kind of curl up in a ball, and muscles want to become tight as a result. They can even develop something called trigger points, which is tension in that area that will refer pain into creating headaches, jaw pain, the whole gamut. As a physical therapist for over 20 years, I have been trying to solve this problem with my clients, and my magic fingers did well, but when I would give people things to do at home, it wasn't working as good as my fingers. Like, one of the most common things that you might have experienced from a physical therapist is take 2 tennis balls, put them in a sock, tie it together, and lie on this at the base of your skull to release muscle tension. Been there, done that a million times. There's all these little peanut things that you can lie on. And, it kind of sort of feels like maybe you're getting at that area. Kind of feels like maybe, it might be doing something, but really the relief is not long-term and is not as good as a skilled practitioner. This is why I created the knuckle, because I knew that people needed a tool at home that they could use that would replicate my fingers and that would be able to put prolonged pressure on these muscles for long enough to get them to actually release. If you look at the skull itself, this is the back of the skull and the spine, you can see all these teeny tiny muscles in our neck. And if even one of these decides to hold muscle tension, that can pull on your vertebrae, pull you out of alignment, and create pain, not just in the muscle, but in the joints in the spine. If you take something like this tennis ball and you try to push on that muscle with the tennis ball, you can see that this tennis ball is way too big for that purpose. It's going to be kind of pressing just generally on the whole area, and you won't be able to pinpoint one specific muscle. The knuckle, on the other hand, is designed to have different distances away from the spine with these different tips. So it can be further away, a little bit closer still. And you can lay on it in different positions to address these different muscles. So these muscles that are a little bit more further out from the spine, if you use this particular side, you can pinpoint that exact muscle. Again, if you get a little bit closer, you're pinpointing the ones that are a little bit closer, and then even closer still, right in the middle, you can get with this tip. So in order to actually get that particular muscle to relax, you need to be able to pin it by itself with a tool that you can hold for 30 to 90 seconds, which how many of us have taken, butter knives or our fingers or, try to push into the base of our skull and our fingers get tired and then we can't hold it long enough and still it's close, but not quite effective. So I'm just going to show you a little bit about how this looks like in practice. Super simple. You use your own body weight to just lay on the tool. You can experiment with, the different tips and the different widths and even the different distances. Like right now, I'm at closer to the base of my skull, but if I move it down a little bit, I'm getting at completely different muscles. As you saw on that model, they're teeny tiny, and there are many of them to try to explore. So you can look for the one that's going to be tight with you. You can even move your head back and forth to put more pressure on one side versus the other, or just lie in the center and experiment, with the different tips. There's actually 6 positions, because if you have it like this, it's one thing. If you have it like this, it's another, and it's able to press on these different muscles in different ways. So for example, in this one, I'm finding I can feel on my right side that this spot is tighter than the left. And, just by the nature of the tool, I can put a little bit more pressure on the right by leaning a little bit to the right. And I'm feeling that actually refer to my eye. So I'm getting a little bit of referral or trigger point. So I'm just going to hold this for 30 to 90 seconds. And as I close my eyes and I breathe, that precise pressure is able to actually release the tension in this area. I'll be sharing a lot more videos like this on how important it is to be able to isolate these muscles and what a big impact this can have, not just on neck pain, but on the function of your brain and your stress level and your state of mind. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching.